make crispy chicken bites and flavored rice Gina Young style. I hope y'all are having a great weekend today, and if you're not, hopefully I can brighten up your day with this here recipe. This recipe is so easy to make and it tastes so good. Your dinner will be on the table in no time. Here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need some chicken thighs. I have boneless, skinless chicken thighs. You can also use a boneless, skinless chicken breast. You will need a half a cup of cornstarch, 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. You're gonna need 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, and some spices to make it come together and taste good. And this recipe will be served with a flavored rice. Whatever kind of rice you like, that's what you're gonna use. My spices are garlic and onion powder, salt and pepper, and we're gonna dip our crispy chicken bites in a cheese sauce. Make sure your hands are clean. You're gonna need some water for your batter. You're gonna need a half a cup of cold water plus 2 tablespoons of cold water. Okay, so we're gonna take our chicken that I have washed off using apple cider vinegar, salt, and water. We've given it a nice rinse off, and we pat it dry with a paper towel. Get any skin off of it, okay? Any fat if you want to discard of that. If you want to leave it on, that's fine too. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to make this into those bite-sized pieces. When you think about bite-sized pieces, that means you don't want them to be too big, right? So I'm going to show you how I like to do it. Okay, so we have this boneless, skinless chicken thigh here. We're going to cut it right down the middle. And then we'll cut it this way. And then you kind of look at the piece and see, it's about the size of a nugget. That's what we're wanting. I'm going to continue to cut this chicken up just like so and show you how quickly this recipe comes together. My family loves this, and you will too. I want to season up our chicken and give it some good flavor. Don't you be afraid to season it. If you're afraid to season it, your food will be flavorless. All right, so we're going to go right in with salt. If you're that person that can't use salt, it's okay to leave it out and then let your family member salt it theirself if they want salt. I'm going in with black pepper. All right, and on purpose, I'm going to use a nice amount onion and garlic powder for that great pungent flavor. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to kind of flip them over this way, and we're going to season that other side. Season that other side. It smells so good right now. I can remember my grandmom cooking, or she'd be making like a meatloaf or something, and she would say, "You smell that?" You know, while it was raw, and I said, "Yeah." She said, "If it smells good, it's gonna be good," and that's true. If it smells good, it's gonna be good if you know how to cook. Maybe that's not always true. I don't know. Let's season. So now we're going to let our chicken sit with these beautiful spices for about 15 minutes. And it really lets the chill come off of the chicken. When the chill comes off of the meat a little bit and it's not super cold, it's going to always cook up nice and juicy, super crispy. All right? So we're going to set this aside. Now we're going to put together this batter that tastes so good. We're going in with 3/4 of a cup all-purpose flour, and you want to kind of level it off. And what I like to always tell everybody is just use a butter knife and do like this, okay? And then you just level it off. That way you know you got the correct measurement, okay? 3/4 of a cup going in. And then we're going to measure out a half a cup of our cornstarch. And we're going to do the same thing to level it off, get the correct measurement so this batter can be amazing, right? Okay. Need a little bit more. Next, we're going to put in 2 teaspoons of our baking powder, not baking soda. And we're going to use that little piece right there to level it off, okay? There's 1, and there's 2. It's going to make it rise and kind of puffy, okay? So right here, we have that half a cup of cold water plus 2 tablespoons of cold water, okay? We're going to put 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil in and 1 egg. This batter is so simple. You could use this batter for any type of meat. You could even use it on fish. All right, so we're going to mix this together just like so. And this is what your batter should look like. Not too thin, but it's not too thick. And this little bit of batter, it can cover a large amount of meat. Started on our flavored rice. In my pan, I have some oil. It's just a vegetable oil. Really, you can use what kind you like. Did you know that when you're making rice-a-roni, that you're supposed to use cold water. If you use hot water or warm water, it will never turn out right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make sure that all of these pieces of rice is nice and coated in that oil so we can get a nice golden brown color onto it. It makes it have a great nutty flavor. And this is gonna take about 8 minutes or so. Color right there, that's the color that we're wanting. It's gonna make it taste so much better versus it being a lighter color. We're gonna go ahead and put that seasoning packet in, and then it calls for 2.5 cups of cold water. Once I get my cold water in, we're gonna cover this and let it cook on low for 25 minutes and it'll be perfectly done. Rice is cooking up. Now's the perfect time to get started on our chicken. Because we have so much, I'll be doing 2 batches of the chicken. So once we get it in, I'm gonna make sure that every piece of this chicken is nice and coated in this lovely batter. It's easy. Let's go ahead and get our chicken pieces into the oil. You see that sizzle? You wanna see that sizzle, you know you're moving in the right direction. Don't pile them on top of each other or they will cook together and stick. Okay, so we're gonna make sure that this whole pan is covered, making sure that we don't overcrowd the pan. This is on a medium-high heat. Our rice is done. It's nice and fluffy and it smells amazing. Wanna keep the lid on it and turn it off. Let's take a peek in at our chicken. We're getting that golden brown color. I should begin to turn some over. That's the color we're looking for. The crispiness you are going to love. It's going to be juicy in the inside, soft and supple. This right here is how you make chicken bites Gina Young style. Our chicken is done. We're getting ready to take it out of the pan. We're going to drain it on a cooling rack, and we're going to have a cookie sheet up under it to drain that oil. In the meantime, we got some cheese sauce we need to heat up, because when I serve these bite-sized crispy chicken pieces, cheese sauce is the best way to go. But I wanted to talk about something really quickly. This is my same chicken recipe when I make sweet and sour chicken and when I make warsugai. Orange chicken. Cheese sauce is heated up. Let's go ahead and get this beautiful chicken pieces onto our cooling rack and our cookie sheet so that it can drain, and dinner or lunch is served. Look at this. Crispy chicken bites and rice served with the hot cheese sauce Gina Young style. If y'all enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you ain't subscribed, what you waiting on? Tell your family and friends. Tell the world what Gina's doing in this kitchen every single day. And Father, once again, we thank you for providing us a meal, your hedge of protection and your love. Amen. Who wants a bite? You want a bite? I'm gonna give you some. It is hot, but I know y'all want me to try it too. Into the cheese sauce, lovely chicken bite. Let's go right in. Oh my goodness. Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. Mmm, 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 mmm. Mmm.